Women, where we're wishing our Linda Bellingham the best of luck for tonight's opening of the stage version of Calendar Girls. Woo! So, let's hear it for the lady who barely knows what day of the week it is. That's Sherrie Hewson.
Oh! Come on, let's hear you. Thank you. And forget about the weeks and months. She's waited years for any action. It's Carol McGiffin.
And the only dates this one's interested in are the ones who pay for dinner. It's Jane McDonald.
And if we're not careful, she may give us our marching orders today. It's the fabulous Andrea McLean.
Plus, our final two guests of the week are waiting in our loose lounge, waltzing his way over from Holby General. It's dancing Dr. Tom Chambers, and sharing her wit and wisdom, England's classiest export jets home, the fabulous Joan Collins. Now, later on, as our tourism minister says, Britain's tourists get a rough deal when they holiday here. Is it up to us Brits to big up our own country abroad? But first, Friday's here. We've got any exciting plans lined up?
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm going to sleep in my own bed.
Oh.
Yay! Oh, that is such a big thing for me.
Is
really
it,
is.
Jane?
Oh, yes. I can't wait.
So Mr. Ed's not staying then?
Well, he might be a
You
little
wouldn't
bit.
be doing much sleeping,
Hey!
would you, Jane?
No, we do. We're getting on a bit now. I can't be bothered.
I've been together too long now.
16 weeks.
Oh, God, 4 months.
I know.
It stops.
I think
It
that's
is.
so sweet. You're still counting it in weeks.
I know.
16 weeks.
Weeks,
Ah.
yeah.
Well, I'm hoping not to sleep in my bed alone this weekend. Well, you never know, do you?
I thought you were going to say something then. I was all geared up.
No, you know me. I'm always on the pool.
Yeah, always on the lookout.
Yeah.
She's always hopeful.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, like yourself, Sherrie.
So are
Yes,
you.
no, I've been invited out this weekend for the weekend.
Ooh.
But I've been
Who
debating. Well, I'm not telling you.
A date?
No, I'm not telling you.
A
But
boy?
I'm not telling you.
It is, isn't
I'm
it?
debating whether to go.
Why?
I don't know. I
Get
bought a
yourself
dress and I bought some new shoes.
It doesn't sound much like a debate, not like a heated debate with yourself.
No,
Sounds
it's
like
not
you're sort
heated,
of...
no, but, you know, you can have a dress, can't you? But so I'm deciding, but I'm quite excited, actually.
Oh, we like the sound of that.
Yes, and I will tell you when I get back.
All right.
It's away now. Get back.
So you are going.
So you may well
see.
be a party girl this weekend, just not sure yet.
Not sure yet.
Okie
yes.
dokie. Well, one girl who likes a party may still be recovering from her drunken appearance at an awards do this week. Pop star Lily Allen had to be repeatedly put in her place by co-presenter Elton John because of her drunken outbursts and swearing. But is it anyone's place to tell her off? Carol, do you think you'd have had a little word with her if you'd been there?
No. No.
Buying her another drink, maybe?
Look, you know, what she was doing a job, and she probably shouldn't have had that many to drink. But I wouldn't tell her off. I mean, I hate people who go around telling people off all the time.
But she shouldn't have been doing it, though. She ruined the show, didn't she?
Well, I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't see it.
Yeah, but what we saw, she ruined the show,
But,
Carol.
you
She
know,
shouldn't
what
have been
happens
doing
is
it.
people like Elton John, you know, who doesn't drink anymore, has given up all his drugs and everything and is clean. You know, all these people, because Linda Bellingham does it on this show, just because she doesn't drink anymore, she's always telling me off for getting drunk. You know, and I think, hang on a minute, you did it for 40 years. You know, I'm not telling you off for giving it up, am I?
But do you think it's got more to do with the fact that she was actually hosting the awards
Yeah,
do?
Well,
job
you know, then the organisers should have told her off. They should have taken her backstage and had a quiet word with her. You know, it's not really Elton John's place, is it, to do it publicly? No. I think, you know, I just can't... I hate being told off. It just makes me feel like a child.
So you don't react well,
you're
then,
used to
Carol?
being
No,
told off.
I am used to being told off. I'm always getting told off by lots of people. And the thing is, if I do get told off for something, it probably just makes me worse. I probably just go and do it all the
Do
more.
you think somebody had already told her off then? Said, put the bottle down.
Down.
Move away from the bottle.
Would
Well,
you
maybe
have?
not, because maybe they gave it to her because they were hoping that something like
Yeah.
that would happen. I mean, they got
Makes the
fantastic
television, yeah.
publicity out of it. So,
Yeah, they have.
you know...
I just get embarrassed. When I was watching, I was more embarrassed. My toes were curling up, thinking, oh, lovey, don't let yourself down
Would
like
you have
this.
told her off?
I would have taken her to one side and maybe said, put the bottle down. You know, I said, this is a big moment for you. You know, how many young kids would have killed for that job to be hosting with Elton John?
Actually, and she said just before she did it, I hope this is going to be one of many.
Well, not anymore, love.
Maybe she meant glasses. Maybe that's... But, you know, have you ever been told off? I can't imagine Miss Jane McDonald.
Well, I was the youngest kid, you see. And the youngest always gets told off, you know, by the siblings. Not so much my parents, but the other two were always going, stop doing that, don't do this, stop whinging. And it's true, I did. I did, so I deserved it. Are you all here or what?
I can't believe you ever got told off. But people who go around telling other people off and telling people how to behave, it kind of says that they think their behaviour is superior to yours. You know, if you say to someone, don't do that because it's wrong and I don't like it, you just think, well, why? Just because I'm doing it,
why
should your behaviour?
standards.
But who sets the rules? Who sets the rules for good behaviour?
Well, there's obvious good behaviour.
Yeah. Well, you know, so what? If people want to get drunk in public, what's the problem?
Yeah, you can't say that.
And I'm saying all this, I did get told off once at an awards do for throwing bread rolls around.
And quite right.
But it was, the difference was I wasn't hosting it. It started off as a little joke thing. I saw someone I knew and, you know, and the person was I'm doing that. They were hosting the event. They weren't just, you know. And so I ripped a little bit off and just went like that. And it got him on the head. So he threw one back and it ended up a complete bun fight.
I would have told you off. I would have told you. Do you know why? Because people are starving in the world. You can't go throwing food about.
I hate to be in that situation when somebody was throwing food and I was eating
like sloppy food. It was, to be frank, it was fairly hard bread rolls.
But that's not the point. We shouldn't have been doing it. I must admit, I was in a controlling situation, but a bit like you with a relationship. Who this person always told me off for speaking too loudly, not dressing in the right things. So I had that for quite a long time. So if anybody tells me off now, I get quite rebellious. Yeah. I mean, I have a friend who says to me, don't you think that's one glass too many? So I have 55 more. Just to say, don't tell me. So actually, I'm not saying, I'm with you on that. Yeah. Don't tell me what, but I did behave. I mean, I wasn't throwing it over somebody else. But I hate that. But I think it stems from when I was 2.5.
Oh, right.
Now, the thing is, you see, I went to a French nursery school when I was 2.5. Now, that's got nothing to do with it whatsoever. But anyway,
don't let that stop you, Sherrie.
But I remember that my first memory ever is banging on a table at the lunch and being removed from the table, told off, put in a room, not allowed to speak to anybody for days, not allowed to... Do you know what I mean? Every time I went back, I was put back in that room. And I think it stems from that. And warm milk. I think that's the other thing. You know those little bottles of warm milk? Do you remember those?
Oh, yes,
being made to drink them.
Yeah, they were
quite develop that.
Oh.
Yes. Do you remember that? I used to go and pour mine down the loo.
What's that got to do with being told off?
Well, nothing really, but anyway, I'm just saying it stems from that.
Do you know, random but entertaining.
Thank you.
Fancy winning some money this Friday lunchtime? Well, we have a competition for you. All you need to do to win shopping, I was going to say, I could shop with it, I suppose, a whopping £15,000, yes, £15,000, is to try your hand at answering this question correctly.